President of First Class Care, Chicagoland's premier domestic placement agency, specializing in placing exceptional nannies, newborn care specialists, babysitters, housekeepers, house managers, personal chefs, and elder care companions. 5 tips to know when searching for a Chicago nanny agency. Number 1, you want to make sure that the agency is licensed with the Department of Labor. All nanny and domestic agencies are required before opening to register with the state and get licensed. They need to renew their license every year and have certificates on hand that they can prove that they're up to date. Number 2, you want to make sure that all employees within the agency are licensed employment counselors. All employees that talk to nannies, candidates, and clients are required to be licensed. These licenses are also renewed every single year, and certificates are on hand in the agency to prove to clients that they are up to date. Number 3, fees. You want to make sure that the agencies are not charging a penny unless a placement is made. This is an Illinois law, so no application fees, no registration fees should be asked of you. You also want to find out what is the fee if the placement is made. Is it a flat fee? Is it a percentage? Are they charging the candidates for the placement? You just want to understand what you're getting into before registering with that agency. If the agency is charging the candidates for the placement, you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you make the best decision possible for that nanny, because if the agency makes a replacement, they make more money, so they don't always have your best interest at heart. Number 4, screening. What are the agency's minimum requirements to be eligible in their agency to be placed? You want to know what is the screening process that they go through before the candidate is sent to you, and what is the screening process after. Do they check references beforehand? Do they interview the candidates in person? Illinois has a law that an agency needs to do a face-to-face interview before presenting the candidate to you. You want to also make sure that the reference checks are completed before you meet the candidate. Many agencies in Illinois do not do reference checks until after you meet the candidate and like them, and then have trouble securing good references afterwards, and that's a big waste of time. 5 is background checks. You want to make sure how the agency is doing their background checks and when they are done. If they're done many years ago, or if they are done at the point of hire. You want the most up-to-date information. You also want to make sure what is the agency covering. They should be covering a social security trace, a driving record, a criminal record, and a sexual offender record for anywhere in the United States that that candidate has lived, not just their most recent location. You also want to make sure that they're not database-driven checks. Databases can be out of date 6 months to a year. You want court runner checks. You want to make sure that the files pulled are the most accurate to get you the safest person in your home. When choosing an agency, you want to make sure that you can trust them, that they're reliable, they have good references, and that you can communicate well with them. If you're calling an agency and they're not answering their phone and they're not responding to email, even when you're trying to go through the process, if after the process you have a problem, it's going to be even harder. So you want to make sure that this agency responds to you and understands your needs to find you the best quality person in your home.